Hi, and hello everyone, and welcome to our talk, Web Dev CSI. Before we go into the thrilling world of code detective work, let's first introduce ourselves. This is Simon, I'm Alex, we're web devs at Schwarz IT, and yeah, we are happy that you're here. Schwarz IT, maybe you haven't heard of us yet. We're the coding minds behind companies like Lidl and Kaufland, and we're basically a major player in the European IT scene. So if you're interested, just get on over to our website and check us out and see what we do and how we tick. But now, let's get started. Attention code detective, a frantic message has arrived. A digital stream for help. A worst fear came true. Evil Brenda Bitebug, a villain whose name sends shivers down the spine of even the most seasoned developers, has struck again. Brenda's our representation of code chaos that can creep into your projects when your code lacks structure and clarity. And this time she's infiltrated a critical project, leaving behind a scene of utter chaos. Do you know the feeling that sometimes you are wrestling with a code that feels a bit like a bowl of overcooked spaghetti, just strands everywhere, tangled and impossible to untangle? Think of this talk as your detective training manual. We show you how to become Brenda Bitebug's worst nightmare. So let's get on going. Let's turn that messy code into clean code. Yeah, we are all super excited of the newest JavaScript features and stuff, but let's face it, Brenda thrives on messy code. By focusing on clean code practices, we build a solid foundation that can withstand her attacks. Clear, concise code only makes our lives not only easier today, but tomorrow and for all the future devs that are working on the projects. So effectively locking Brenda out for good. And this is why we do focus on this topic today. Let's have a look how this looks in our daily lives. Meaningful naming. Imagine it as labeling evidence, putting it into a bag at a crime scene. Clear description just makes everything easier to understand. For example, if you have bad namings, you're just like temp or one. What's that? I don't know. Better names make more sense and everybody else understand what you're talking about. Same like with methods and stuff. Good names always are good to do. Just do it. Think small, act big. Ditch those monstrous functions and methods, just ditch them. Make it clear, make it small. Nobody wants to have a look at a file that's 1,000 lines of code big and have to search a bug in there. So practices like atomic design could help you maybe in your next project. It's about modular code structure and reusability. Refactoring. Embrace the change. Refactoring is an ongoing mission. As requirements evolve and you understand more what's happening, what's going on, what the customer wants, revisit your code and adapt to it. Think of it like a detective constantly is always looking back at their case based on the new information. Just go on over there, clean it up regularly. Use formatives and linters. It's like your secret weapon. Without those, it would be a coding mess like Brenda's spaghetti code. If you don't use it, a simple button code would look something like that, and it would be hard to get to single attributes just to read it fastly. If you use tools like Prettier, it's so much easier. You see directly what's happening, have a look at that, and you know totally what's happening there. It just enforces consistent formatting. So we really do want that. For linting, something like ESLint is perfect. It's kind of like a code critic. It's going to find typos, syntax errors, and even suspicious code patterns. So going over, use those. You can configure them in your project base depending on your preferences, and Brenda won't like that. Error handling is crucial. Implement mechanisms to catch and address errors as they occur, preventing them to just explode and get super big. Documentation, always a bit critical, but it's always a good idea to keep important decisions to write them down somewhere. But regarding comments, I mean, my prof always said, It's good code if you don't need comments. So if you really do need them for something, keep them to the most necessary informations. So cleanup done? I don't know. So we've explored aspects of clean code you should definitely keep in mind when fighting against messy logic.
We just got an SOS from our website in trouble. Looks like our old nemesis, Brenda Beitberg. Okay. Looks like our old nemesis, Brenda Beitberg, has been melding with their layout again. Oh, that Brenda. She goes around messing with code, leaving things in a total disaster. This website was looking great, but now all the elements are all over the place. It's like a total nightmare. Don't worry though, we can fix this mess together. We're gonna use our secret weapon called DevTools. Think of DevTools like your detective magnifying glass for the web. It lets you see exactly how a website is built and fine-tune anything that's gone wrong. Here's how to use DevTools to fight Brenda's bad code. First, open the hood. Just hit F12 on your keyboard and DevTools pops right up. Secondly, click the Elements tab. This is where you see all the building blocks of the website. After that, find the element that Brenda messed up and click on it to select it. Over on the right, you will see a panel called Styles. Here you can adjust things like spacing, margins, and layout. Play around with these settings to get things looking how you want. A cool thing is that you can see the changes you make instantly. It's like a live preview. With DevTools, you can be a total Brenda byte bug buster. Not only you can fix layouts, but also you can use DevTools to see the website's code, how hunt down for bugs in the code, test your different designs for your website, and do a lot more. And also, with Lighthouse by your side, you can make sure your website is lightning fast and performs like a champ. So next time Brenda Beitberg tries to wreak havoc on your code, you'll be ready to unleash the power of DevTools and Lighthouse to fix things in a flash. All right, code detectives, today we unveil another secret weapon, TypeScript. JavaScript is a fantastic language for web development, but sometimes it can be a bit like a plate of overcooked spaghetti, messy and hard to untangle. That's where TypeScript comes in. Think of TypeScript as a superhero cape for your JavaScript code. It adds superpowers like type checking, making your code more robust and easier to maintain. Imagine writing a detective novel without any chapters or structure. It would be super confusing, right? That's kind of like regular JavaScript, powerful but can get messy. Now imagine writing your novel with clear chapters, headings, and proper grammar. Much easier to follow, right? That's TypeScript. It adds structure and clarity to a JavaScript code. And how does TypeScript do this? TypeScript lets you define the data types of your variables and functions. This helps catch any errors early in the development process, kind of like a code detective sniffing out clues before they become problems. By using TypeScript, you can become a true code detective, unraveling even the most tangled webs of spaghetti code and keeping Brenda Beitberg at bay. So now let's talk about efficiency. As crack detectives, we wouldn't waste time reinventing the magnifying glass, right? We'd use the best tools available. That's where frameworks come in. They provide a solid foundation to build upon, saving us time and effort. Why choose a framework like Vue? Imagine a code base as a sprawling crime scene. With Vue, you get pre-built investigation kit. It streamlines development by offering pre-written components and structures, allowing you to focus on the unique logic of your case. No more reinventing the wheel. Here are my personal highlights from what makes Vue a perfect fit for code detectives. Single file components. Vue uses these gems like self-contained detective kits with HTML, CSS, and JavaScript all in one place. This makes code organization a breeze and keeps your scene tidy. First-class TypeScript support. Vue seamlessly integrates with TypeScript, our superpowered JavaScript. Remember how TypeScript helps catch errors early on? Vue makes using them together a delight. Blazing speed. Just like a detective with a lightning-fast reflexes, Vue is known for its impressive performance. Your web application will load quickly and feel super responsive. No sluggish code here. And an awesome community. No detectives work alone. Vue boasts a massive and supportive community. When you get stumped on a case, you will have a role network and fellow detectives ready to lend a hand. By leveraging Vue, you can write clean and maintainable and efficient code, the hallmark of a true code detective. Spend less time wrestling with boilerplate code and more time solving those head-scratching code mysteries. That's why we are using Vue as our primary front-end framework in our company at Schwarz IT. Now let's unleash Playwright. Remember Brenda Beitbach, the villain who leaves a trail of digital disaster in her wake. Well, fear not, code detectives. We have another powerful weapon in our arsenal, Playwright. Playwright uses Puppeteer under the hood, a Node.js library that allows you to control a headless Chromium browser. Think of it as your own personal automated code testing detective assistant. With Playwright, you can write scripts to simulate user interactions with your web application and identify any bugs or inconsistencies Brenda might have left. Thanks for joining us, code detectives. We hope you feel well equipped to tackle any coding challenges Brenda Beitbach throws your way. Remember, with the following knowledge you've gained today, you can write clean.
Simon and Alexandra, can you hear me? We are having a little bit of a lagging situation going on.
Yes, we can hear you.
Awesome. All right. So we missed like maybe the last 60 seconds or so of the presentation. Was there any closing comments you wanted to make before hopping off stage?
No, nothing. Thanks a lot for your attention.
Amazing. Thank you both very much for being with us today.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks. Bye.